What are we afraid of? Our own shadows, it seems like. Enough is enough. Stop the war. Stop the lies. This president is part of a criminal administration who has systematically lied to the American people, and it's got to stop. The American people have got to wake up. We've got to stand up. We've got to say no more lies, no more fictions, no more being afraid based on paranoia and lies. Enough is enough. It's time to stop the war in Iraq. We shouldn't even be contemplating a war in Iran. There should be a law. You have to stop the first mistake before you start making the second. Enough is enough. Stop the war in Iraq. No war in Iran. A war on Iran would be insane. Bombing Iran is insane. Yet we're justifiably afraid that this administration would do it because it's insane. Because all they can see is war. All they understand is fear. But that's wrong. That's a mistake. That's crazy. It's pathological for us to be totally afraid of countries that aren't trying to hurt us. Of countries that just want to live in peace. Countries that just want nothing to do with us except for us to leave them alone. The United States needs to leave the Middle East alone. The United States needs to be out of Iraq. The United States needs to have nothing to do with Iran. And we can say get out of Iran now because the CIA is in Iran. It just came out, $400 million being spent on the CIA infiltrating and trying to raise hell in Iran. And for what? To make us afraid. Enough. We got to stop being afraid of this criminal administration and the lies they tell, and this criminally complicit media and the lies that they repeat and repeat. It's time to repeat the truth. Iran is not a threat. Iraq was not a threat. Enough with the lies. Enough with an administration that relies on lies to keep the population in check. No more. Stand up. Stop the war. Stop the wars. Enough is enough. No more lies. It's time for us to wake up. It's like we've been lulled to sleep for a 7-year nightmare of lie after lie. Be afraid, be afraid. No, we're not going to be afraid of Iran. We're not going to be afraid of Iraq. These people just want to live in peace, unmolested by this greedy American government, by this greedy American administration. It wants oil. It wants more contracts, more no-bid contracts for Halliburton and Kellogg Brown and Root. Enough is enough. The wars have got to stop. We have to stand up. Congress has to stand up. That's the worst. As this criminal administration has run roughshod over the Constitution, Congress continues to lay down, roll over, play dead, and rubber stamp check after check for this illegal, immoral war. It's got to stop. We've got to stand up. Enough is enough. Stop the war in Iraq. Get out of Iran. The CIA has no business in Iran. What are we doing in Iran except causing trouble and wasting taxpayer money? Enough is enough. Stop the war. Stop the lies. Excuse me, I stand corrected. Talking about a war in Iraq. It's not even a war. It hasn't even been a war declared by the U.S. Congress. Too afraid to declare a war. It's an occupation, which is probably worse. We have occupied this country that has done nothing to us. Nothing! And for what? For oil. And to perpetuate the military-industrial complex. And to alleviate the fears of Israel. Enough is enough. It's got to stop. We've got to stop being afraid. We've got to stand up. And we have to demand that our Congress stand up and stop the occupation of Iraq. It is illegal. It is immoral. Under international law, it is criminal. It's got to stop. And we can stop it. In fact, it's up to us to stop it. As American citizens, as citizens of a democracy, as citizens that own the government that is perpetuating these wars in our name and with our money and with our troops who are supposed to protect us. It's up to us to make it stop. It's up to us to call on Congress. Because only Congress can rein in this criminal administration. Only Congress can start the impeachment hearings that are so long overdue. Only Congress can stand up, and Congress will only stand up if we stand up and demand it, because they're not listening. Stop the war. No war in Iran. No war in Iran. No war on Iran. No war on Iran. No war on Iran. sorry from a crime. There is only apology.
Congress and our president
There is only
men and women to war. Did they send them over to?
there is only saying we're sorry, getting out.